We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing platform. Thank you so much for joining me on today's program, and I wish you a very happy new year. Finally, we are now in the year 2025, and as we proceed in the year 2025, we must not forget that we have a lot of responsibilities. Our responsibility in this platform is to give you information and make sure that you have an update on what is going on in Biafra land, more especially things that has to do with the restoration of independent state of Biafra. Today, I am going to share with you a very important video. Please pay attention to this video. In all the information that we see here, you are going to see that they have started again a new deceit to distract us from the restoration of independent state of Biafra. We must not be distracted. It is either Biafra or nothing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it to us, and he has not changed his mind. If anybody tries to insinuate that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have changed, that is a lie. Watch this video from beginning to the end. You will understand that the enemies will never give up. And those of us who are focusing on the restoration of Biafra, we must not give up. Do not get distracted, regardless what you hear or what you see. Always remember that it is Biafran first. All eyes must be on the rising sun. Every eye must be on the rising sun. Do not allow yourself to be carried away with things that are happening around you. The restoration of independent state of Biafra is one thing that we must focus on. We have the United States of Biafra now. Let's watch.
Thank you so much for staying with us as still VOP this morning. And our second conversation today, a coalition of civil societies in Aba, Abia State, Nigeria, has accused the Nigerian government of ongoing intimidation and marginalization of the Southeast region. A situation they argued contributed to the bloody civil war that occurred 55 years ago. During a press conference, the coalition demanded the immediate and unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. They urged the Nigerian government, led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, along with Southeast governors and IPOB, to prioritize the welfare and security of the Southeast people. The coalition expressed concern that the impact of the Nigerian Civil War, which officially ended on January 15, 1970, continues to resonate in the region. The statement was co-signed by leaders from various organizations, including Obinna Nwabara of the Youth and Student Advocate for Development Initiative, Onyechi Joy Nwosu of the Vivacious Development Initiative, and Ongu Kaglari of Onyedima Foundation. And not just the Aba coalition, even the former presidential candidate of ACC, Showore, also talked about how this government should look into upholding the civil rights of Nigerians. He made mention of that, when he went for another event that happened during the week. And we still have with us in the studio, we have Dr. Olushola Ganiu, and also we still have Mr. Dele Fanimo with us in the studio for them to help dissect this particular topic properly. And now let me start off with you, Dr. Ganiu. One too many, a call from the Southeastern region for the release of Nnamdi Kanu up until this particular time. It's more like his release is not even coming up on the radar anytime soon, even with him and his counsel rejecting that Binta Nyako should come over to take over the case, which she recused herself from sometime last year. Do you think that this call in any way is going to make any impact, given the fact that even last year, December, some people were hoping that Nnamdi Kanu be released to them, saying that the president should use that to give them as Christmas gift and all that. Do you think that this call by a coalition of civil society in Aba in any way have an impact on the release of that young man?
Honestly, I don't see the reason why we should still keep the man behind bars. He has overstayed behind bars, right? If you are going to judge him, right? Even there was a judgment that came then and said that let them release him and let him go. Okay, so even there was a time they said that, okay, we withdraw his international passport, let him go back home, right? You cannot be keeping people against his will. Is it that you give him a judgment, right? And so you should be able to fast track this, right? And ensure that the right judgment is given at the right time. So this man has been from Buhari days, moving into the now government, right? And we also believe, we're hopeful ab initio that we know the pedigree of the current government, that once it comes into power, there is full hope that Nnamdi Kanu should be released because of his larger heart and also ability to be able to bring the country together without marginalizing some aspect of the country. But it still baffles me as an individual that the man is still kept behind bars. We should be able to. There was a time that there's a judge that came out and said because of some kind of biasment she has, and Nnamdi Kanu said that I wouldn't go with this woman because if she give a judgment, her biasness it will show in her judgment. So let me see somebody give someone that is not biased, someone that is that's going to give a judgment without being biased. So I think it's high time. I also know in our law we have that it is also wrong for you to keep someone beyond 72 hours behind without taking him or her to court. And once you take him or her to court, the next thing is judgment, right? And so if the judgment is not favorable, the person has the right to be able to appeal, right? And he has been at the Supreme Court, the upper court. So we should be able to decide on his case and allow him to go. Perhaps his release will bring about peace in the eastern side of the country. We cannot say yet. So we have to school of thought that people that are causing havoc, that are bringing about the seats at home, they are already grown wings. Even if you release him because of what they've tasted, the power, the money, and the influence they've tasted, they might not actually shield their sword. But give them the benefit of doubt. Release him first, and let's tackle the other end. We can't keep him there and say that we are of the opinion that it will not change anything. Why not release him first, and let's see what will happen there. Then we'll now know the next step to take.
Now, some people are talking about marginalization, happening in the South. Is recall that was also what led to the war that happened 55 years ago, thereabout, And then up until this particular time, are you still seeing that marginalization that the southeastern parts of the country cried out about some time ago still happen at this point in time? And if that you can still perceive that to happen up until this particular time, do you think, in any way that the issue of agitation isn't going to be quelled anytime soon in Southeast?
Oh, you see, it appears like that, all right? It appears like that because, you see, the people from the eastern side, they say, they've denied them of some power block in authority because of what happened. And like a saying in my dialect, saying that, if you fail to forget what someone has done to you in the past, you might likely not have a friend again because there's tendency for us to always hurt each other, right? So what Sunday Igboho also did, it's somehow something like this, but it was apprehended, it was released, and it was allowed to go as a free man, right? So this should also, the case should be looked into in a proper way, right, and allow the man to go, and so that we could enjoy some peace in the country.
All right, thanks very much, Dr. Ganiyu. Dele, let me come to you now. And for quite a while now, you have been very upbeat. You have a hunch, good one for that matter, that Nnamdi Kanu will very soon be let go by this administration. Now, my question is this. If you look at, some people have also alleged that, look, that the president seems to be taking so much heat from the north, and now that he's more like facing the east to say if he can curry favor or some kind of solidarity with people of the southeast. Do you think that the current government has the will? Does it look to you like this government is going to put some kind of... Finam said something about, the pains, the wounds of the Civil War, which is just about 55 years now, Do you think the president, looking towards the east, will do some kind of, will do something that will put a final closure to the pains and wounds of the Civil War? I mean, during the Civil War, on both sides, we lost like 3 million people, on both sides, but the casualties were moved from the southeast. And up until this moment, these people are still crying about marginalization, lack of federal presence, and all of that. The president was in Enugu last week, and he did say something, and the Igbo leader said, oh, looks like he's going to do something for us. Do you think that the president will put a final closure to the pains and wounds of the Civil War? Yesterday, we celebrated Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day.
One, I have not changed my position on the imminent release of Kanu.
Okay.
And I see it coming. I still see it coming. But we need to take some retrospect and also understand the dynamics of politics. You see, I've always said it, and I'll continue to say it. The release of Kanu is not going to be as a result of intimidation or harassment of government, particularly in the media. It's an exercise in futility. There are better ways of handling this issue. And the better way is to go underground and begin to talk, begin to negotiate, using diplomatic means to achieve this. There was a time Bianca Ojukwu made an attempt, and for her to say one or two things in the open, it means she has started talking. But all these things that we are putting in the media would probably bring about... It's just like if you have an issue with somebody, it is better to go one-on-one with this guy and talk to him. He will reason. But the moment a third party comes in, he wants to show that he's man enough to hold on to his position. Then ego becomes a subject in this. I would have loved that those who genuinely want peace in the Southeast, not politicians who want to achieve maximum gain in the detention and crisis in the Southeast, that will come to the media, sponsor groups to begin to churn out press statements that will be up to no good for the betterment of that region. And we can continue to amplify such. It will not get us anywhere. Let people that are detached politically, elder statesmen, women of substance in the Southeast, let them begin to engage government without media attention. That is the easiest and the quickest way to solve the release of Kanu.
All right, that's your take. Okay. You have something else
now,
on
the
that?
issue of marginalization. It is clear that there is lopsidedness. I'm saying this with all sense of sincerity, not being goaded by anybody. It is clear that there is this lopsidedness in government engagement, particularly in the Southeast. And this is as a result of maybe the way the country is structured. Today, there is so much distrust on ethnic lines and religious lines, such that one person in an ethnic enclave would have some level of suspicion to the other side of the divide. when Buhari started this thing, we were not talking. The only time we had a semblance of balance, I'm not saying it's 100%, but some level of balance was when Obasanjo was around, and to some extent, Jonathan. But the moment Buhari came, he almost bastardized institutions by being clannish.
Okay.
And that is the result we are getting today.
All right then. Okay.
And unfortunately, these are things that
All
we
right.
must address.
Now let me come back to Dr. Ganiyu now. Coalition of civil societies in Aba. You think this administration should take them, should consider their call? Should anybody listen to them? I mean, they are a coalition in Aba, and if they want to be heard, what are the measures that you think they should employ so that they can actually be heard?
Yeah, good question. They should be heard because they're citizens of Nigeria. All right, and we also have, it is entrenched in our law that we have the right to be heard, right, as a citizen, right? So either from Aba or from Oyo or from Lagos or from anywhere, if it's something that has to do with your community or with your country, you should speak up because we are all Nigerian. So when we're now talking about process, right, they should also, well, they may move it through from the local government because that's why we have 3 tiers of government, right? They should move from the local government where they have representative, right? So the local government with their representative move to the state governor, right? So the state governor, fortunately, the state governors are part of the, when they're doing the executive meeting at the top, right? They can move, they can, we've seen a case where Soludo went to meet the governor, or to the president, right? So they can also move from, so we also in an organization, we have reporting line, right? Because they're talking now, it might not even get to the presidency. It might not even know what is happening, right? And its media aid might even just shut it at the door, all right? So we just need people to take the case to his doorpost, okay, so and discuss it with him.
Okay, so for them to do that, what should they do? You say talk to the local government and then the government. The
local government has a chairman.
Haven't people been speaking to the government?
So the governors now move with the state stakeholders, right? Okay. Apparently, to have it now, the wife of the who is also part of the government, right? Part of the executive. They move with her. You know what also comes to my mind? They just go there. To a typical Yoruba man who is our president, they just go there, and the wife of the previous, she just go on her knee and say,
help.
she release this man. So it just said, let's settle the case here, right now. But you know, they
so
just
you
move
think Bianca can actually do that?
Definitely. You see, women are powerful. You see, unless they don't want to use their power, they are
so
powerful.
So she goes on her knees and beg. The president might just, so it will take one begging on their knees. It
happens. We've seen even the former governor of Lagos, of Kogi, Yaya Bello, his predecessor came in and he was kneeling on his knee. So it's not something strange. And if we want to take
why isn't it strange when the courts have said?
You see, for me, you understand. You see, everyone. Okay, in my line of work, we have the law aspect and we have the relationship aspect. Okay. You know, you need to balance work and relationship, right? If I'm trying to help my client in XYZ, I will go within the law ambit of the law to an extent, and if it's gone beyond that, I use a leverage on my relationship up to Abuja. Let's quickly resolve this, and my client is happy, right? So in this case also, you know, at times also there is what we call human ego, right? Okay, you want to go with the law, let's go there, right? But we say, okay, we know this is the case. Yes, it is not official. It is not. I've seen a situation. I heard about the situation before of the student union governor, the president. Okay. It will come before they say, "No, we are not going to agree," and every other thing. And he entered into the office of the on the PC. I just got the prostrate and said, please help. You know, it's just common wisdom, right? It's just like, let's just see what we can do to be able to resolve this matter, right? Though it's not official, it's not something that should be done. It's all right. The guy should be released. But the thing is just that let's move beyond this. Let's take relationship into the case and every other thing. And in real sense, the president could be as old to be our father. It would just be as if I'm greeting him, and nobody knows what is happening.
Should beg the president, basically. The governors are doing it. I do believe that they're doing it.
Yes, I know.
Hope Uzodinma seems to be close to, this administration, and he's probably doing the same thing. So more people should just go down and beg. Just release this flag. All right, yeah. Let's have your concluding thoughts on the conversation so far. I would appreciate if you can do that in a minute or two.
Okay. We are hopeful that there should be peace in the Edo State. So what happened should not lead to chaos. And also we are hopeful that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. And also we are also hopeful that what is happening in Oyo State, right, for the giving of new staff to the
Owade. Yes, right? I was going to ask you for your thoughts on that one. With the governor now, insisting on who he wants the alarm to be.
Oba Lamidi Olayiwola Adeyemi III, right, that died in 2022, right, up till now. In 2023, they come up with some people, but the process was wrong, right? So in 2025, the Oyomesi, which are the kingmakers, there are 5. We have the Basharon there with a name. We have the Lagono there with a name. We have Akiniku with a name. Yes. We have the Ashikpa there, and we have the Lakmini, right? They came there and they said that no, this is our decision. We are bringing in Prince Lukman Gadigashin to be on board. And the governor said that I've seen your process. You guys have corrupt the process.
Aside from him being a governor, I know the constitution, puts that authority on him. But traditionally, I mean, you like to go to give us proverbs and all of that. So you come across as a traditional man. Traditionally, should individuals that are not part of the Oyomesi intervene? I'm not even talking about the governor now. Should they intervene in the emergence of who the Alafin will be?
Traditionally, they should, because it will be an abuse. So because in the real traditional line, the way they choose their king is through the oracle. They call it Ifa. So,
but is it not possible to bribe those that will meet with Ifa?
Ifa would have chosen its own. The oracle would have chosen. So the people that are in the process, they might not compromise their stand and say that because somebody has bribed us, and which will also, in the real sense, if they do that, it will have an inimical effect on that community. Or that that seat, because that seat is being seen as a sacred one. So in that kind, in that kind of situation,
we're absolutely out of time. We're absolutely out of time.
So I think because with the thing of that, they move the power to the governor to make a decision.
Thank you very much. We're out of time. Mr. Dele Fanimo, let's have your concluding thoughts in 30 seconds.
The security operatives should mop up unauthorized arms in the country for peace to reign.
All right then. Thank you very much. That will be it. We've been speaking with Dr. Ganiu Oluwashola, Managing Partner, KJB Professional Services, and also Mr. Dele Fanimo, who is a seasoned journalist and VOP analyst. And I do believe he stays with us as we go into newspaper review. I am Moses Humphrey, wishing you a beautiful time. Join us again at 9 o'clock.
And I'm Fina Okechukwu. I say enjoy the rest of your day and be a patriotic citizen.
My name remains Chukuma Okoro. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played, this video. Please like and share the video. Share to all platforms. After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what do you think about the video I just played? Go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section, and I bet you I am learning a lot from there, and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much, and stay blessed. Don't forget to share, and we continue to bless you as you share. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move. Airborne.